My fiancée Lisa Ryan tossed me a card. Inside there's 300 million. Enough for a loser like you to spend for several lifetimes. From now on, we're even. Don't come bothering me anymore. I looked at the woman in front of me, the one I'd loved for 7 whole years. As soon as I turned away, she married her own best friend. Today was supposed to be my wedding day with Lisa Ryan. Early in the morning, I'd gone to pick up the pre-ordered wedding bouquet. When I got back, the wedding company people told me the ceremony had been canceled. I rushed into the villa. The first thing that hit my eyes was Lisa Ryan, passionately embracing another man. That man was the young master of the Feng family, one of the capital's 4 young masters. Travis Feng. I get it now. So it wasn't canceled. It was just a switch to a new groom. I smiled and took the card, gently tossing it in my hand. 300 million, Lisa Ryan, you're really generous. Not enough? She frowned, her eyes showing clear disgust. James Chen, don't be too greedy. This money's enough for a loser like you to spend for several lifetimes. Enough. Of course, it's enough. I nodded, stuffed the card into my pocket. So, congratulations on your happy marriage. I turned and walked away. Lisa Ryan was stunned. She seemed not to expect me to be so decisive. No clinging, no questioning, not even a hint of regret. Stop, she suddenly called out. I halted but didn't turn back. James Chen, don't you have anything to ask? I gave a faint smile. Ask what? Ask why you betrayed me. Or ask you if our 7 years of feelings were all fake. If you've already made your choice, does the answer even matter anymore? I opened the door, about to step out. Travis Feng from behind suddenly sneered. James Chen, right? I've heard about you. The pretty boy Lisa kept for 7 years. Take the money and get lost. From now on, leave Lisa to me. A toad like you doesn't deserve her anyway. I turned back and silently looked at him. Young Master Feng is right. So I wish you 200 years of happiness. And may you have a noble son soon. Oh right, I suddenly remembered something. When's the wedding set for? Need any help from me? After all, I know Lisa's tastes better than you do. My words made Lisa Ryan and Travis Feng both pale at once. My name is James Chen, the sole heir of the Chen family in the capital. But aside from my grandfather, no one knew this. 7 years ago when I graduated from university, grandfather gave me 2 choices. One was to come home immediately and inherit the trillion-dollar fortune. The second was to go out and train for 7 years, starting from nothing. If after 7 years I could build my own empire, he wouldn't just hand over the entire Chen family to me, but also the ace up his sleeve. Something powerful enough to shift the economic veins of all Asia and give it all to me. I chose the second path. I hid my identity and joined Lisa Ryan's company. Starting from the lowliest sales employee, it took me 3 years to help her small company break into the industry's top 3. It took me 5 years to turn her from an ordinary girl into a beautiful and renowned female CEO in the circle. I thought that when the 7-year deadline ended, I could come clean with her about everything. Give her the most grand wedding. Make her the happiest woman in the world. I'd even thought up names for our kids already, but I never expected. On this very day, we were supposed to tie the knot. She'd give me such a huge surprise. She was hand in hand with another man, using 300 million to buy out our 7 years of feelings. Ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. I stepped out of the villa. The glaring sunlight made me squint slightly. The phone rang. It was an unknown number. I slid to answer. Young master, it's been 7 years. On the other end came an aged but deeply respectful voice. That was Uncle Ford, my grandfather's most trusted steward. I replied faintly. Uncle Ford continued. The old master says, the challenge is over. Young master can come home. Additionally, Your engagement with Miss Hughes from the Hughes family. It's time to put it on the schedule. Miss Hughes from the Hughes family, Samantha Hughes. The woman betrothed to me since childhood. Known as the capital's foremost talented lady. I rubbed my temple. Got it. Hanging up the phone, I hailed a taxi to an address. Driver, to Imperial View number 1. Now I'm already one day. The driver glanced at me through the rearview mirror. His eyes a bit odd. Young man, Imperial View number 1 is a private estate area. It doesn't open to outsiders. I'm going back to get my things. The driver said nothing more, stepped on the gas, and headed toward the capital's most elite residential district. Half an hour later, the car stopped at the gate of a manor, as grand as a palace. The guards at the gate saw me, immediately stood at attention, respectfully opened the car door. Young master, you're back. I nodded, and walked straight in. Crossing the massive garden and fountain, I'd returned to the place I'd left for 7 years. Uncle Ford and a line of servants were waiting at the door. Welcome home, young master. The unified greeting echoed through the estate. I stepped into the living room. Luxurious crystal chandeliers, precious Persian rugs, walls hung with priceless masterpieces. All familiar, yet strange. Young master, your room has been cleaned. Hot water is ready. Please bathe and change first. The old master is waiting for you in the study. Nas audio, Uncle Ford said respectfully. I nodded, went up to the second floor, pushed open the familiar room door. Everything inside was just as I'd left it. On the desk still sat the book I'd left half-read 7 years ago. I stepped into the bathroom, soaked in the warm water. In my mind, flashed the scene of Lisa Ryan arm in arm with Travis Feng, along with her words, "A loser like you doesn't deserve me." I closed my eyes. The corner of my mouth curled up in sarcasm. Loser? No. Very soon I'll show her who the real loser is. After bathing, I changed into the custom-tailored suit that Uncle Ford had prepared in advance. Then entered grandfather's study. In the study, an old man with snow-white hair but a vigorous spirit was leisurely sipping tea on a rosewood chair. Seeing me enter, he set down the teacup. His cloudy but sharp eyes looked straight at me. Back, huh? Yes. Heard you got dumped today? Grandfather's tone carried a hint of schadenfreude. I stayed silent. For a woman, ending up this pathetic, was it worth it? Didn't you already know this would happen? I lifted my head to look at him. Grandfather smiled. James Chen, you must remember, any problem that can be solved with money isn't a problem. Feelings that can be bought with money aren't worth a dime. This lesson, 7 years ago, I wanted to teach you. Too bad you didn't listen. Now you've tasted it. Learned your lesson. I was silent for a moment, then nodded. I was too foolish. It's not too late now. Grandfather stood and came before me, patted my shoulder. From today, you're no longer that penniless guy. James Chen, you're the heir to the Chen family in the capital, the one steering the future of Celestial Group. Go do what you want. Make those who look down on you kneel at your feet and look up at you. I saw the cold glint flash in his eyes. Silently nodded firmly. I understand. Why? Leaving the study, Uncle Ford handed me a new phone and a thick stack of documents. Young master, this is your new identity proof, as well as profiles on all assets under Celestial Group. Additionally, the investigation you requested has results. The Feng family recently is bidding on the diamond land plot south of the city. To carry out this project, they've mortgaged most of the family assets. You could say they're going all in. And the party handling the bidding this time is Prosperity Group. Yeah. The CEO of Prosperity Group is Samantha Hughes, your fiancée. I flipped through the documents in hand. The corner of my mouth curled up. Interesting. Uncle Ford, help me set up a meeting with Miss Hughes. Just say I want to invite her for coffee. No. Yes, young master. The next day, at the capital's most luxurious cafe, I met Samantha Hughes. She wore an elegant white suit, her long hair pinned up high, revealing delicate collarbones and a swan-like neck. Exquisite features. A cool, pure aura that like a transcendent snow lotus. Seeing me, she showed no great surprise, just nodded faintly in greeting. Young Master Chen, I've long admired you. Miss Hughes, you're too kind. I sat down across from her. I'm here today to discuss a business deal with you. Nhi Recap. Samantha Hughes raised an eyebrow. I'm all ears. Xiao, the South City land plot. I want it. I got straight to the point. Samantha Hughes paused briefly, then smiled. Young Master Chen is indeed straightforward, but as far as I know, the Feng family has prepared for this plot for a long time, and the terms they've offered are extremely sincere. No on yet. You mean I can't compete with them? I picked up the coffee cup, took a small sip. I am just stating the facts. So if I use the exclusive overseas agency rights for the next 10 years from Celestial Group to trade for that plot, my words made Samantha Hughes' hand holding the coffee cup freeze. She looked up, her beautiful eyes flashing surprise. The overseas agency rights for Celestial Group. Its value far exceeds hundreds of billions, let alone one plot. Even 10 would be more than enough. Young Master Chen, are you sure? I never joke. I set down the coffee cup, leaned slightly forward, looked straight into her eyes. Miss Hughes, we're betrothed. In a way, we're family. What's mine isn't also yours. On Samantha Hughes' face, a rare blush appeared. She was silent for a moment, then spoke. I need a reason. A reason? I smiled. My woman was stolen. Is that reason enough? Samantha Hughes' eyes flickered. You're talking about Lisa Ryan and Travis Feng? Looks like Miss Hughes is quite well informed. The capital is only so big. It's hard not to know. Samantha Hughes replied faintly. So, you want revenge on them? Revenge? I shook my head. No. I just want to take back what's mine, and let them know. There are some people they can't mess with. One eye. Samantha Hughes looked at me, silent for a long time. Finally, she nodded. All right, I agree, but I have one condition. Why? Go ahead. When's the wedding? I looked at her serious expression, and suddenly burst out laughing. Once I clean up these pesky flies, I'll have you carried in with 8 palanquins. The corner of Samantha Hughes' mouth curled up in a barely noticeable arc. A promise is a promise. After discussing with Samantha Hughes, I was in a great mood, about to leave, when the phone suddenly rang. An unknown number. I answered. From the other end came Lisa Ryan's cold voice. James Chen, where are you? Something's up. I asked calmly. Have you done something to my family's company? Her voice carried accusation and anger. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't play dumb. Lisa Ryan's voice suddenly rose sharply. All our company's partners, this morning, all unilaterally terminated contracts. So, the banks are suddenly calling in loans too. Spill it. Was it you pulling strings? And sheer. I chuckled. President Ryan, aren't you overestimating me? A loser you kicked straight out the door like me. Wow. Say, where would I get such power? Lisa Ryan was left speechless by my retort. If there's nothing else, I'm hanging up. Ow. I've got a lot of important things to do. When Jiang, James Chen, Lisa Ryan panicked. What exactly do you want? Warn. Nothing at all. I leaned back in the chair, speaking leisurely. I just feel that 300 million of yours, I can't take for free. Oh no, Ryle. I have to give you a little feedback, right? You're a mile away. You bastard! Lisa Ryan cursed furiously. Thanks for the compliment. James Chen, you think this is revenge on me? Darn. Let me tell you, it's useless. Ziri. Travis will soon help me sort out these troubles. Or on you, Ray. We're getting married soon. Your petty tricks only make me look down on you more. Why now? Is that so? I smiled faintly. Well, good luck then. Dow. With that, I hung up directly, hearing the long beep on the line. Lisa Ryan was so angry she nearly smashed the phone. No matter how she thought about it, she couldn't figure it out. That loser James Chen. How could he have such great ability? In just one night, he'd pushed the company she'd built painstakingly for years into a dead end. She immediately called Travis Feng. Hey, Feng. Why? My company's in trouble. Hurry and help me. On the other end, Travis Feng's voice sounded very troubled. Ryan, I'm really busy right now. Say, my company has issues too. Talk later. With that, he hung up straight away. Lisa Ryan was stunned. This was the first time Travis Feng had spoken to her in this tone. A bad premonition suddenly rose in her heart. I returned to Imperial View number 1. Uncle Ford informed me that people from the Feng family had arrived. I raised an eyebrow. Who? The old patriarch of the Feng family? Charles Feng. No. Along with his useless grandson, Travis Feng. Let them in. Soon, Charles Feng led a reluctant Travis Feng into the living room. Charles Feng, though advanced in age, still retained the aura of someone long in power, undiminished in the least. Seeing me, he first froze briefly, then immediately broke into a kindly smile. This must be the young master of the Chen family. Indeed, a man of talent. Truly, a dragon among men. I said nothing, just looked at him calmly. Travis Feng beside him. The moment he saw me, his eyes nearly bulged out. James Chen, how is it you? He never dreamed. The penniless bum he saw as a loser, whom he'd paid to drive away, had suddenly transformed into the young master of the Chen family. Slap! Charles Feng swung his hand in a resounding smack, straight across Travis Feng's face. You bastard! Is that how you speak to young Master Chen? Hurry up and kneel to apologize to young Master Chen. Now, Travis Feng clutched his face, his expression one of disbelief. Grandpa, you're making me kneel to him. Now, what the hell is he? Charles Feng trembled with rage. You rebellious brat. Nah, you want to destroy the entire Feng family before you're satisfied. With that, he actually dropped to his knees with a thud. Young Master Chen, it's my fault for not teaching him properly. He's offended you. I beg your magnanimity. Forgive him this time, as long as you show mercy and spare our Feng family a way out. I'll do anything you ask. I looked at Charles Feng kneeling on the ground, tears and snot streaming. Then at the stubborn Travis Feng beside him, who refused to admit fault even in death, and suddenly felt a bit amused. Old Master Feng, what are you doing? Get up quickly. I personally helped him up. Young Master Chen, does this mean you've forgiven us? Charles Feng looked at me with excitement. I shook my head. Not exactly forgiveness. No. I just feel you kneeling to me is useless. Me, the one who needs to kneel is him. One or other. I pointed at Travis Feng. Charles Feng's face instantly turned ashen. He turned back, glaring fiercely at Travis Feng, gritting his teeth. You wretch! Why serious? Hurry and kneel to young Master Chen. Ni is a murderer. Travis Feng still held his head high, refusing to budge. Making me kneel to him? Only if I'm dead. Good, good, very good. Charles Feng uttered 3 goods in a row, his lips trembling with fury. From today on, I, Charles Feng, consider myself without a grandson like you. Josh, men, break this wretch's legs and throw him out. Nhi Recap. Immediately, several guards rushed in from outside, restrained Travis Feng, about to act. Travis Feng finally panicked. Grandpa, don't. I'll kneel. I'll kneel. All right. He dropped to his knees with a thud before me. Young Master Chen, I'm sorry. One day, I was wrong. His voice filled with reluctance and humiliation. I stepped before him, looking down from above. Only realizing your mistake now? Too late. I lifted my foot, gently pressing on his shoulder. Travis Feng, didn't you say I was a toad? Now, and now you're kneeling before a toad. Why? So what does that make you? Travis Feng's face flushed red like a pig's liver, tears of humiliation welling in his eyes. Young Master Chen, please spare me. I won't dare again. Spare you? I chuckled. Fine. Xiao, aren't you wanting to marry Lisa Ryan? One. Or D. How about this? I'll organize your wedding myself. One or Z, yeah. Guaranteed to be incredibly grand. So the whole capital can witness your happiness. My words left both Travis Feng and Charles Feng stunned. They couldn't fathom what medicine I was selling in my gourd. Young Master Chen, what do you mean by this? Now, Charles Feng asked cautiously. Nothing at all. I withdrew my foot, sat down on the sofa. I'm just someone who likes playing matchmaker. Wow, Uncle Ford, see the guests out. Yes, young master. Charles Feng wanted to say more, but Uncle Ford directly escorted them out. Watching the pathetic retreating figures of the grandfather and grandson, the corner of my mouth curled into a cold arc. Travis Feng, Lisa Ryan Daw. The game has only just begun. Xiao, let me see what kind of show this doomed pair can put on. On the stage I've so carefully prepared. In the following days, a major event shook the capital. The mysterious heir missing for 7 years from the Chen family. James Chen had returned. Moreover, right upon return he boldly announced he'd personally organize, for the Feng family's young master, Travis Feng, and the CEO of Ryan Group, Lisa Ryan, an unprecedented grand wedding. The news exploded. The entire upper echelons of the capital were in an uproar. Everyone knew. Lisa Ryan was James Chen's ex-girlfriend. Travis Feng was the rival who'd stolen his woman. This move, by James Chen Tart, was clearly declaring to all that he was about to start his revenge. In an instant, everyone was eagerly waiting to see the joke on the Feng family and Lisa Ryan. After hearing the news, Lisa Ryan immediately stormed to my door. James Chen. Wow, get out here. I leisurely stepped out of the villa, looking at the woman screaming out of control at the gate. My eyes showed not a ripple. President Ryan? So fiery this early in the morning? Xiao. James Chen, what exactly are you trying to do? You are news. Why are you doing this? You're getting revenge on me, aren't you? Now they're ready. Lisa Ryan glared, her eyes bloodshot as she stared at me. Revenge on you? I chuckled. You're overthinking it. Underneath. I already said, I just like playing matchmaker. Ow! Didn't you think Travis Feng is better than me? Nah. Of course, I have to let everyone know how wise your choice was. Lisa Ryan trembled with rage. James Chen. Jiang, I beg you, let me go. And spare Travis too. We're true love. True love? I felt like I'd heard the most ridiculous joke in the world. Lisa Ryan, when you say that, do you even believe it yourself? Your so-called love was built on money and benefits from the start. Now that I've pulled all that away, Nhi, let me see. How much of that cheap true heart is left? Go home. Prepare to be a good bride. What me were. I guarantee this wedding will be etched in your memory for life. Xiao. With that, I ignored her completely, turned and walked straight into the villa, leaving Lisa Ryan alone. Standing dazed like a lost soul, she stared at the tightly closed gate. For the first time, infinite regret surged in her heart. The wedding preparations went extremely smoothly. I booked out the capital's top 7-star hotel, hired the most famous wedding planning team domestically and internationally, from the wedding dress to the diamond ring, from hall decorations to guest lists. I personally oversaw everything, striving for absolute perfection. I even thoughtfully prepared for Lisa Ryan and Travis Feng a special wedding gift. It was the bankruptcy asset liquidation report for Feng Group. The South City project had been acquired by Samantha Hughes at an irresistible price. After losing this project, the Feng family had their capital chain completely snapped, plus my secret involvement through Uncle Ford, banks calling loans, partners canceling deals, stock prices hitting rock bottom. In just a few short days, the once illustrious Feng Group was teetering on collapse. On the brink of bankruptcy, Charles Feng was frantic, running to my house every day, but I wouldn't even let him through the door. Travis Feng was forced to accept this reality, from an arrogant young master who thought the sky was his limit, now reduced to a loser parasite living off a woman to scrape by. Arguments between him and Lisa Ryan grew more frequent. Rumor has it there were several times Travis Feng even got physical with Lisa Ryan. As for Lisa Ryan, to preserve her last shred of dignity, she could only swallow the bitterness. All of this was within my expectations. The day before the wedding, I got a call from Samantha Hughes. Tomorrow is their wedding. How do you plan to end this? End it? I smiled. The good show has only just begun. Nhi, why end it? Miss Hughes, tomorrow, I've prepared a surprise for you. Ray, on the other end, Samantha Hughes' voice carried a touch of curiosity. You'll know tomorrow. Hanging up, I gazed at the brilliant night view outside the window. A chilling cold intent flashed in my eyes. Lisa Ryan, Travis Feng. Tomorrow is your doomsday. On the wedding day itself, the whole capital was abuzz. Countless supercars packed the hotel parking lot. The capital's most influential figures were nearly all present. They came not to bless the bride and groom, but to watch the drama, to see how James Chen, would humiliate this adulterous pair. The hotel banquet hall was decorated like a dreamy fairy tale world. Massive crystal chandeliers casting dazzling light, premium fresh flowers airshipped in, exuding an intoxicating fragrance. Lisa Ryan wore the high-end designer wedding gown worth tens of millions that I'd personally selected for her. Her face exquisitely made up, but the thick layer of powder still couldn't hide the haggard look and the unease in her eyes. She linked arms with Travis Feng, greeting guests at the door. Travis Feng looked dapper in a crisp white suit, but his handsome face showed clear gloom and impatience. The two stood together, but their hearts were miles apart, no different from two puppets, forcing stiff smiles, receiving the guests' pitying and mocking gazes. I arrived a bit late. When I appeared at the banquet hall door, all eyes immediately turned to me. I wore a custom black suit, accentuating my tall stature and extraordinary presence. Beside me was Samantha Hughes. Today she wore a red evening gown, highlighting her proud, stunning beauty beyond words. Our appearance instantly became the focus of the entire event. The moment Lisa Ryan saw Samantha Hughes, her face turned deathly pale. She knew Samantha Hughes, the capital's top socialite, CEO of Prosperity Group, an existence someone like her could only look up to. Yet now that lofty woman was intimately linking arms with James Chen, smiling brightly like a flower. Jealousy instantly consumed Lisa Ryan. Why? Why? The loser she'd discarded, in the blink of an eye, had snagged a prize like Samantha Hughes. Travis Feng's expression was no better. He looked at me, his eyes filled with resentment and unwillingness. I couldn't be bothered with them. Walked straight up to the pair. Young Master Feng, President Ryan, happy wedding day. And I raised my wine glass, with a smile as fresh as spring breeze. James Chen, what trick are you pulling now? Nendraval, Armane. Travis Feng gritted his teeth. Don't be so tense. I patted his shoulder. Today you're the stars. How could I steal your spotlight? Wait, Iziru. I'm just here to send a congratulatory gift. With that, I snapped my fingers. On the hall's big screen, a video suddenly started playing. The video opened with Lisa Ryan tearfully saying to me, James Chen, and I'm pregnant. It's yours. Then, the scene shifted to me holding a bank card, saying to her, there's 1 million yuan in here. Now, go get an abortion. And next was Lisa Ryan crying and begging me not to break up. The video was short, but packed with information. Everyone understood at once. So Lisa Ryan had once been pregnant with James Chen's child, but James Chen forced her to abort it. In an instant, everyone looked at me with contempt. I told you that James Chen isn't any good either. Doesn't even want his own flesh and blood. Yanji and Dao, what a scumbag. Lisa Ryan is truly pitiful, running into a man like this. Hearing the murmurs around, a smug smile appeared on Travis Feng's face. He thought this was my move to humiliate Lisa Ryan, but unexpectedly, it backfired on me. Lisa Ryan was also full of shock. She never expected I'd expose such private matters to the world. She looked at me, her eyes filled with hatred. I ignored the crowd's whispers, just quietly watched the screen. The video ended. A large text appeared on screen. The above content is completely fictional. Next, please enjoy the real drama. With that, the screen started another video. This video was shot in a hospital's obstetrics department. In the frame, Lisa Ryan was intimately embracing a man. The man wasn't me, nor Travis Feng, but a middle-aged guy looking over a decade older than Lisa Ryan, with a greasy, oily face. The two chatted and laughed as they entered an exam room. Soon, the video captured the dialogue between the doctor and Lisa Ryan. Miss Ryan, congratulations, you're pregnant. Xiao, it's been 6 weeks. Really? Awesome. Honey, did you hear? Juan, we're having a baby. Lisa Ryan. Tai excitedly said to the middle-aged man. Yeah, heard it. His voice showed no joy at all. So when are we getting married? Now on. What's the rush with marriage? Wait. Die. Till the baby's born, then decide. Dao. Lie. But. No buts. I have work at the company. Monday. Gotta go. With that, the middle-aged man turned and left without looking back, leaving Lisa Ryan standing dazed alone. The video ended there. The entire hall was dead silent. Everyone was shocked senseless by this bombshell scandal. So, no, the child in Lisa Ryan's belly wasn't James Chen's, but some nameless old guy's. She was trying to pin it on James Chen? No wonder James Chen made her abort. Who could tolerate this? Everyone's eyes turned to Lisa Ryan all at once, filled with contempt, disdain, and mockery. Lisa Ryan's face instantly drained of all color, pale as paper. She never dreamed I'd have this video in hand. This was the secret she wanted to hide for life. No, it's not. This isn't real. It's fake. James Chen fabricated it. Nhi, she screamed madly. But her defense seemed utterly feeble now. Travis Feng's face was even uglier to the extreme. He felt like his head had horns long enough to stable horses. He'd paid such a huge price to snatch this woman from me, only to find out she was damaged goods, knocked up by someone else long ago. He felt like the biggest fool, played by me and Lisa Ryan. "You bitch!" he roared, swung his hand in a massive slap straight across Lisa Ryan's face. Slap! The sound echoed through the hall. Lisa Ryan was knocked to the floor, blood trickling from her mouth. She clutched her face, looking at Travis Feng in disbelief. "You hit me. I won't just hit you. I want to kill you." Wow! Travis Feng went berserk, rushed forward, pummeling Lisa Ryan relentlessly. "You slut, daring to cuckold me? Today I'll beat you to death." Xiao. The scene spiraled out of control. Guests retreated in fear. Lisa Ryan's parents rushed to intervene, but were kicked away by him. I stood aside, watching coldly. Samantha Hughes gently tugged my sleeve. "That's enough. Don't let it turn into murder." "Nhi," I nodded, signaled the security team at the door. Several guards immediately rushed up and pulled Travis Feng away. By now, Lisa Ryan was battered and bruised, her wedding dress stained with blood, utterly wretched. She lay on the floor, looking at me, her eyes full of despair and resentment. "James Chen, you're so cruel." I stepped before her, bent down, spoke in a voice only we could hear. "Cruel? This is just the beginning. The gift I've prepared for you is still coming." My words made her body tremble uncontrollably. She looked at me like seeing a demon. "What more do you want?" I smiled, didn't answer her. I stood up, grabbed the mic, and went to center stage. "Ladies and gentlemen, I'm truly sorry for making you watch this farce. However, the highlight is still ahead." With a snap, the big screen lit up once more. This time, what appeared was Feng Group's financial report, along with a detailed asset evaluation. I believe everyone's familiar with Feng Group. A long-established enterprise in the capital. Feng Group once had its glory days. Unfortunately, due to poor management, plus decision-making errors, it's now drowning in debt, on the verge of bankruptcy. My words exploded like a heavy bomb in the crowd. Everyone stared in disbelief at the numbers on the screen. They couldn't imagine the Feng family had fallen to this. Charles Feng's face turned ashen. He collapsed to the floor. It's over, all ruined. The century-old Feng legacy was about to be destroyed under him. Travis Feng was also frozen. He always thought even if South City failed, his family would just be weakened, not bankrupt. But now, it seemed, he was too naive. According to professional assessments, Feng Group's current total assets are 3.7 billion yuan. Meaning even if you sold the entire Feng family, you couldn't pay off the bank debts. I paused briefly. My gaze swept the hall, finally stopping on Lisa Ryan. President Ryan. You wanted to marry into wealth, and didn't hesitate to ditch 7 years of feelings to cuckold me. Now your dream of luxury is shattered. Xiao. Not only can't you become the young madam of the Feng family, but you might even have to shoulder a pile of debt. Why? How does that feel? Lisa Ryan stared blankly at her lips trembling, unable to utter a word, tears of regret mixed with blood streaking down her face. She regretted it, truly regretted it. If time could rewind, she definitely wouldn't make that choice. She'd obediently stay by my side, wait for the 7-year deadline to end, to rightfully become the young madam of the Chen family. But in this world, there's no if. Now, James Chen, you devil! I'll fight you to the death. Travis Feng suddenly went mad, grabbed a nearby wine bottle, charged straight at me. Careful! Samantha Hughes cried out in alarm. I didn't even glance. Just as the bottle was about to smash my head, a shadow flashed by. Uncle Ford appeared before me out of nowhere. One kick sent Travis Feng flying. He crashed to the ground, blood gushing, then passed out. Throw their whole family out. Wan, I ordered coldly. Yes, young master. Several guards stepped forward, like dragging a dead dog, hauled the limp Travis Feng and Charles Feng out of the hall. Lisa Ryan's parents were scared witless, crawling and rolling to flee outside. The vast hall now held only Lisa Ryan, lying alone on the floor. Like an abandoned stray dog, I walked to her, threw the cards straight at her face, the one with 300 million she'd given me before. This 300 million is yours again. Why, I know. Consider it breakup fee. I'm charitably giving you. When, from now on, we owe each other nothing. Nyawa zero. With that, I took Samantha Hughes' hand and turned to leave. James Chen. Lisa Ryan suddenly lunged toward my back, clinging tightly to my leg, refusing to let go. I was wrong. I know I was truly wrong. Yang, give me one more chance, please. Nhi, let's start over. I swear, from now on, I'll treat you so well. Wadi, I'll never betray you again. She cried her heart out, tears and snot smearing her face. I halted, looked down and at her. Lisa Ryan. Why? You think we can go back? From the moment you chose to betray me. It was over between us. Let go. Now, May, don't make me drain the last drop of mercy. My voice was ice cold, without warmth. Lisa Ryan's heart plunged into the abyss. She knew nothing could be salvaged. She released her grip, slumped to the ground, wailing miserably. I didn't look back once. Holding Samantha Hughes' hand, under everyone's witness, I strode out of the hall. This farce had finally ended, and the name, James Chen, would surely become a legend, indelible, in the capital, for a long time to come. Just outside the hotel, Samantha Hughes suddenly stopped. What's wrong? I looked at her. She turned, her beautiful eyes quietly gazing at me. James Chen. Niall, you were so cool today. I was slightly stunned, then smiled. Was I? Yeah, she nodded. Especially when you threw that card. Was too. Right in her face. But then she suddenly shifted tone. That said, treating a woman like that. Not, and try. Isn't it a bit too ruthless? Ruthless? I shook my head. I'm just returning the favor. Why? If today, I was still that penniless nobody, why die? You think my end would be any better than hers? Why? Samantha Hughes fell silent. She knew what I said was true. In this dog-eat-dog world, kindness is the most useless thing. Let's go. I'll take you home. Near. I took her hand, headed toward the parking lot. No need. Samantha Hughes gently pulled her hand away. I drove myself. Besides, I have one more question for you. What? You said before, once these pests are dealt with. What? Well, you'd bring me home in the grandest way. Danier, does that still count? She looked at me, her eyes holding a touch of nervousness and anticipation. Looking at her stunning beauty, and those clear eyes like autumn water, My heart stirred slightly. I stepped forward, pulled her into my arms. Of course it does. Samantha Hughes, will you marry me? Well, I didn't kneel on one knee, nor prepare a diamond ring. But my voice was full of sincerity. Samantha Hughes' eyes immediately reddened. She leaned into me, nodding firmly. I do. I smiled, lowered my head to kiss her lips. The night breeze blew gently. Neon lights twinkled. Samantha Hughes and I shared a passionate kiss amid the capital's bustling streets. I knew from this moment my life would turn a new page, and those who'd hurt me would all become dust underfoot. My marriage to Samantha Hughes was quickly set. The wedding date fixed for a month later. As soon as the news was announced, it shook the capital once more. No one expected James Chen and Samantha Hughes, the capital's two most outstanding youths, would truly become in-laws. The union of the Chen and Hughes families meant a business empire capable of shaking Asia's economic landscape was about to emerge. In an instant, countless clans and enterprises began finding ways to curry favor with us. Gifts piled like mountains at my door. Invitations flew in like snowflakes. I had Uncle Ford politely decline them all. I just wanted peace by Samantha Hughes' side. To prepare for our wedding, that day, I was with Samantha Hughes, selecting wedding dresses, when Uncle Ford suddenly called, saying someone wanted to see me. Who? Lisa Ryan. I frowned. What's she here for? Tell her to scram, young master. Nhi. She says she has something she must deliver personally. She says once you see it, you'll definitely meet her. I was silent for a long while, then told Uncle Ford to have her wait in the living room. Hanging up. Samantha Hughes looked at me. It's her? One Nirab. I nodded. I'll be back soon. I'll go with you. Samantha Hughes stood up. I smiled. No need. I can handle it alone. Say. With that, I gently kissed her forehead, then turned and left the bridal shop. Back home, I saw Lisa Ryan fidgeting, restless on the living room sofa. Not seen for days, she looked, emaciated, pale complexion, dull eyes, no trace left of her former arrogant pride. Seeing me return, she stood up abruptly. James Chen. I ignored her, went straight to the head seat and sat. Speak. What do you want? Lisa Ryan bit her lip hard, pulled a stack of documents from her bag and handed them to me. Look at this. I took the documents, opened them. My pupils contracted sharply. It was a DNA test report. The report showed she and I had a 99% blood relation. We were siblings. This result hit like a thunderbolt, exploding in my brain. How could I be siblings with Lisa Ryan? Absurd. This is impossible. I slammed the report on the table. What game are you playing now? What Aves? I'm not, Lisa Ryan said urgently. It's true. James Chen, we really are siblings. What? When my mother was dying, she told me. What? I'm not my current father's biological child. What? No. My real father is the second master of the Chen family who vanished over 20 years ago. Wow, Jiang, my second uncle, my father's younger brother, over 20 years ago. Second uncle had business disagreements with grandfather. In anger, he left home and vanished without a trace. Grandfather sent people searching for years, but no sign. This became grandfather's eternal pain. Could Lisa Ryan really be second uncle's daughter? My mother said back then, she and second uncle truly loved each other. But because of mismatched status, one knee now, grandfather fiercely opposed it. Then, second uncle left. My mother discovered she was pregnant. She was just a weak woman with no one to rely on. I had no choice but to marry my current father while carrying me, Lisa Ryan said through tears. James Chen, I know I've done so many wrong things before. I don't beg for your forgiveness. I just hope you can accept this little sister of yours. When do? We're the closest people in the world. No. Looking at her tear-streaked face, my heart remained ice cold. You think I'd believe that? Just based on this piece of paper, you want me to believe you're my sister? Not me, Lisa Ryan. Do you think I'm that naive? I.e., Lisa Ryan was left speechless by my question. Get out, I said coldly. Disappear from my sight, right now, before I change my mind. My voice carried an unquestionable authority. Lisa Ryan's body shuddered. She knew I wasn't joking. She looked at me with dazed eyes, finally gritted her teeth and turned to leave. Watching her figure fade away, I picked up the DNA report on the table, my gaze becoming incredibly complex. Though I said I didn't believe it, a storm raged in my heart. If what Lisa Ryan said was true, then everything was truly ironic. The woman I'd loved for 7 years turned out to be my own sister, and I'd personally pushed her into hell. I picked up the phone and called Uncle Ford. Uncle Ford, help me investigate something. Derasmo, use all available resources. I want to know everything about my second Uncle George High over 20 years ago. Nay, and who exactly Lisa Ryan's mother is. Basketball. Yes, young master. Hanging up. I wearily leaned back on the sofa, gently rubbing my throbbing temples. I felt like I was trapped in a massive web, and behind that web seemed to hide an even more earth-shattering secret. 3 days later, Uncle Ford placed the investigation results before me. The results showed Lisa Ryan's mother was Lydia Ryan. In her youth, she indeed had a romance with my second Uncle George High, but later, due to grandfather's opposition, the two were forced to part ways. Not long after going their separate paths, Lydia Ryan married her current husband, Kenneth Ryan. The second year she gave birth to Lisa Ryan. In terms of timing, Lisa Ryan truly could be second uncle's daughter. Young master, we uncovered one more thing. Nhi. Uncle Ford's expression was somewhat grave. Back then, the reason second master decisively cut ties with the old master and left home wasn't just simple business disagreements, but more importantly, because of a woman. That woman was Lydia Ryan. At the time, second master insisted on marrying Lydia Ryan, but the old master saw her humble origins unworthy of our Chen family and fiercely opposed it. Later, the old master used a sum of money to drive Lydia Ryan away, forcing her to leave second master forever. After learning this, second master had a thunderous argument with the old master, then left home and vanished. Hearing Uncle Ford's words, my heart tightened. So that's the truth. My grandfather turned out to be the culprit who separated second uncle and Lydia Ryan. If not for him, second uncle wouldn't have left in indignation back then. Lisa Ryan wouldn't have been adrift outside. Between us, so many melodramatic events wouldn't have happened. Where's grandfather? I asked. The old master is in the study. Sorry. I stood up, headed straight to the study. Pushing the door open, I saw grandfather wearing his reading glasses, reviewing a document. Seeing me enter, he set the document down, removed his glasses. Found out, huh? No. His tone was very calm, as if he'd anticipated I'd come looking for him. I nodded. Why did you do it? I questioned. Why separate second uncle and Lydia Ryan? No. Why leave your own granddaughter adrift outside for over 20 years? Grandfather was silent for a moment, then sighed. James Chen, some things aren't as simple as you think. Definitely I'm well. Back then, the reason he opposed second uncle and Lydia Ryan being together wasn't because he valued wealth over poverty, But because a woman like Lydia Ryan was fundamentally no good, she approached your second uncle with ulterior motives from the start. What motives? I frowned. She was a spy planted by the Chen family's enemies. Yanziwan. Grandfather's words made me freeze instantly. Enemies? Does our Chen family have enemies? Yes. A deep-seated hatred flashed in grandfather's eyes. The capital's Xiao family. The Xiao family, a clan on par with the Chen family. Among the capital's 4 great families. I never imagined our 2 families had such enmity. The events back then were very complicated. Can't explain in a few words. Now, you just need to know. Your second uncle's disappearance can't be unrelated to the Xiao family. 90-year-old. And that Lydia Ryan was a pawn the Xiao family planted beside us. Years. Back then I gave her a sum of money, forced her to leave your second uncle. Now, after taking the money, she did disappear for a while. And but I never expected she was actually pregnant with second uncle's child. Even less expected that after 20 years, her daughter would somehow return to your side, intentionally or not. Now, it all seems like fate's arrangement. Now, grandfather looked at me, his eyes full of guilt. James Chen, grandfather has wronged you. When? Done. I knew. If back then I could have handled it more decisively, there might not be so many troubles today. Looking at grandfather's aged face, with his snow-white hair, my resentment dissipated more than half. Grandfather, this isn't your fault. Why, if anyone, blame the Xiao family. They dared harm my second uncle, and dare use my kin to target the Chen family. This debt, I'll settle it squarely with them. A chilling killing intent flashed in my eyes. Zhao family, fine. Let me see just how capable you really are. James Chen, what do you plan to do? Zhao, grandfather asked. You don't need to worry anymore. Zhao, I stood up. Leave this to me. You're advanced in age. Just rest well and enjoy your retirement. The Chen family's future, let me protect it. With that, I turned and left the study. Watching my resolute back, a satisfied smile appeared on grandfather's lips. He knew this massive ship, the Chen family, had finally found an outstanding captain, and a storm aimed at the Zhao family was about to descend. Leaving the study, I immediately ordered Uncle Ford to investigate the Xiao family's recent activities. Soon, the intel came back. The Xiao family recently was negotiating with an overseas conglomerate named Blackstone on a $100 billion deal. If this deal succeeded, the Xiao family's strength would skyrocket, possibly surpassing our Chen family, becoming the capital's top clan. And the one in charge of this deal was the Zhao family's heir, Tyler Xiao, the very guy who tried to move against me at Lisa Ryan's wedding. Blackstone Group? I looked at the documents in hand, the corner of my mouth curling into a cold smile. Uncle Ford, what do you think? If I expose all of Blackstone Group's dirt overseas completely to the public? Uncle Ford was briefly stunned, but quickly grasped my intent. Young master, Blackstone's background is very complex, and their methods are extremely ruthless. If we do this, we might bring trouble upon ourselves. That's exactly what I want, to invite trouble. Yaon, I said coldly. Doesn't the Zhao family want to climb using Blackstone's power? Then I'll sink the Blackstone ship first. I want to see what Tyler Xiao has to fight me with. Yes, young master. I'll handle it right away. Uncle Ford took the order and left, while I dialed Samantha Hughes. Hughes, help me with something. Nay, see, go ahead. Set up a meeting for me with Blackstone's Asia Regional CEO, Jack Smith. Just say, I want to invite him for tea. On the other end, Samantha Hughes was silent for a moment. James Chen, what are you planning? Nhi, are you going to war with the Xiao family already? Rani, you're the only one who truly understands me. Then thou. I smiled faintly. It's too dangerous. Samantha Hughes' voice was full of worry. The Xiao family has deep roots in the capital. Those conglomerates are the eat-you-alive types. Wow! Confronting them head-on like this, you'll be at a disadvantage. Aye! Don't worry, I comforted. I know my limits. I won't gamble our future happiness. None of your boss. Hearing my words, Samantha Hughes slightly relaxed. All right, I'll set it up for you. But you must promise me. Be extremely careful. Yeah. The next day, arranged by Samantha Hughes, at a private club, I met Jack Smith. He was a blonde, blue-eyed American, looking extremely shrewd. Seeing me, he was extremely enthusiastic. Mr. Chen, I've long admired your name. Meeting you today, you live up to your reputation. He greeted me in fluent Chinese. Mr. Smith, you're too kind. Yauman, I smiled calmly, gestured for him to sit. I'm inviting you today to discuss a business deal. Jack Smith looked at me with great interest. I'm all ears. I said nothing, just pushed a USB drive before him. Jack Smith glanced at me puzzled, then plugged a USB into his laptop he carried with him. When he saw the contents inside the USB, the smile on his face froze instantly. The USB contained all evidence of Blackstone Group's recent years, using various illegal means overseas, like money laundering, stock market manipulation, even funding terrorist activities for illicit gains. Any one of these exposed would be enough to make the massive financial empire Blackstone collapse instantly. Mr. Chen, what do you mean by this? Oh. On Jack Smith's forehead, a thick layer of cold sweat beaded. Nothing at all. I picked up the teacup and took a sip. I just want to remind Mr. Smith, the waters in the capital run deep. It's not that anyone can jump in and profit. Wow. Especially when partnering with unclean parties. Oh, yonder. Jack Smith was smart. He immediately understood my implication. Mr. Chen, are you referring to the Xiao family? I neither confirmed nor denied. Mr. Smith, I give you two choices. First, immediately terminate all cooperation with the Xiao family and never set foot in China again. Second, I'll publicize all of this. You choose. Jack Smith's face instantly became extremely ugly. He knew I wasn't negotiating, but threatening him. He knew even more that what I had was real. He was silent for a long time, then struggled to speak. Mr. Chen, I need to report back to headquarters. 9-1. Fine. I nodded. I'll give you 3 days. Whoa. Either gives it me. After 3 days, if I haven't gotten a satisfactory answer, you bear the consequences. With that, I stood and left the club, leaving Jack Smith alone, sitting there in a daze. He knew this time they'd messed with the wrong person. 3 days later, Xiao Group stock suddenly crashed en masse. Soon after, media outlets reported en masse. Blackstone Group unilaterally announced terminating all cooperation with Xiao Group and permanently withdrawing from the Chinese market. The news exploded, shaking the entire capital business world. Everyone knew this was the Chen family striking at the Xiao family, and the first move was thunderous. The Xiao family instantly plunged into an unprecedented crisis. Partners canceled contracts, one after another. Banks came knocking for debts. Subsidiary industries were acquired one by one by our Chen family. At rock-bottom prices. In just 1 week, the Xiao family, one of the capital's 4 great families, had fallen to a hollow shell, drowning in debt. The Xiao family's patriarch, Walter Xiao, was so furious he had a stroke and was hospitalized, still in coma to this day. And the Xiao heir, Tyler Xiao, became the laughingstock of the capital. Today, I was accompanying Samantha Hughes trying on wedding dresses, when Uncle Ford suddenly called to report Tyler Xiao had come, specifically asking to see me. I sneered. Tell him to scram. One. Psst, young master. He says he knows the whereabouts of your second uncle, George High. Shoo. My heart pounded hard. Let him in. Hanging up, I looked at Samantha Hughes in her pristine white wedding gown, beautiful like a fairy in a mirror, my heart full of guilt. Hughes. Sorry, I might have to excuse myself again briefly. Whoa. Samantha Hughes smiled understandingly. Go. Important matters first. Debt. But promise me, this is the last time. Yawa. After handling the Xiao family, you must focus on being my groom. Wise. I nodded firmly. All right. Back home, I saw Tyler Xiao standing in the living room. Not seen for days. He looked much more haggard. No trace of his former arrogant pride. Seeing me return, he immediately approached. James Chen. Where's my second uncle? Natty. I got straight to the point. Tyler Xiao gave a bitter laugh. James Chen, you've ruined my Xiao family so badly. You think I'd easily tell you? One. Then why come to me? I looked at him coldly. Could it be you want me to leave the Xiao family a lifeline? One way. Yes. Tyler Xiao gritted his teeth. As long as you agree to spare our Xiao family, I'll tell you your second uncle's whereabouts. You're bargaining with me? I laughed. Tyler Xiao, haven't you grasped the current situation? Now, you think now, you still qualified to negotiate with me? Chen. Tyler Xiao was left speechless by my retort. Let me tell you, your second uncle he. Before he finished, I suddenly stepped forward, grabbed his throat tightly, slammed him hard against the wall. Tyler Xiao, last time I'm asking, where exactly is my second uncle? Killing intent blazed in my eyes. Tyler Xiao's face turned beet red from my choke. Breathing labored. He could feel I truly wanted to kill him. The fear of death instantly overwhelmed him. I'll tell. He struggled to squeeze out words from his throat. He's locked up by us. Locked in an abandoned factory in the city outskirts. Nhi. Getting the answer. I released my hand. Tyler Xiao collapsed to the floor, coughing violently. I ignored him, turned, and walked straight out. Uncle Ford, prepare the car. Gather everyone to the outskirts. Rail. Yes, young master. Watching my hasty departing back, a vicious glint flashed in Tyler Xiao's eyes. James Chen, you think you've won? You're a child. Let me tell you, the big gift I've prepared for you is still coming. During how, he pulled a remote control from his pocket, pressed the red button on it. Boom! A massive explosion sounded from the outskirts, shaking the entire capital. When I led the men, rushing to that abandoned factory in the outskirts, what met my eyes was a sea of raging flames and billowing black smoke. Second uncle, my eyes bloodshot. I wanted to charge into the fire, but Uncle Ford held me back tightly. Young master, you can't go in. Down. It's too dangerous. Let me go. I struggled fiercely. My second uncle is still inside. One day. Young master, calm down. Rushing in now is suicide. Fire trucks and ambulances arrived quickly. Firefighters immediately started extinguishing. I stood outside the cordon, watching the fierce blaze. My heart aching like cut. Second uncle, my only paternal uncle. I hadn't even seen his face once. Tyler Xiao. I, James Chen, swear if I don't chop you to pieces, I won't be human. The fire burned all night before being fully extinguished. The whole factory burned to ruins. Rescuers found in the rubble a completely charred body. Threw some remaining items at the scene. Preliminary judgment. The victim was my second uncle George Hai, missing for 20 years. The moment I got the news, I felt the sky collapsing. I staggered to the body, slowly knelt down. Second uncle. My voice, hoarse beyond recognition. Tears, uncontrollable, streaming down. I hate myself. If I could have found him a bit sooner. If I hadn't given Tyler Xiao that chance. Perhaps none of this would have happened. I killed him myself. The pain and endless regret completely drowned me. Second uncle's funeral was held simply. Aside from a few Chen family members, no outsiders were invited. Grandfather aged a decade overnight. The white-haired sending off the black-haired. That pain can be imagined how immense. After the funeral, I locked myself in my room. 3 days and nights, without food or water. I kept staring at second uncle's photo, recalling bits of childhood memories of him taking me out. My heart, like sliced by knives, painful to suffocation. It was Samantha Hughes who opened my room door. She carried a bowl of porridge to me. James Chen, I know you're very sad, but the dead can't come back. Why, Jiang, torturing yourself like this? Second uncle in heaven won't rest easy. What? She brought the porridge to my mouth, but I pushed it away. I can't eat. You must eat. Samantha Hughes' eyes reddened. Even if not for yourself, then for me, for grandfather. You must rally your spirits. Look at yourself now. What have you become? Zhahi. Tyler Zhao is still free out there. Second uncle's great vengeance unavenged. Are you going to stay depressed like this forever? Nay. Her words like a heavy punch, straight to my heart. Yes, the vengeance unavenged. How can I fall like this? I looked up at her bloodshot eyes and haggard face, my heart full of remorse. Hughes, I'm sorry for making you worry. I took the porridge from her hand, devoured it. I must live. I must avenge second uncle. I must make Tyler Zhao pay a price tenfold in pain. After rallying, the first thing I did was have Uncle Ford issue an underworld kill order, offering $1 billion for Tyler Zhao's head. The news spread. The entire underworld boiled. Countless assassins and desperados, like sharks smelling blood, flocked to the capital. Tyler Zhao became a rat crossing the street, everyone out to get him. He hid in holes, living in extreme fear and anxiety, but he still underestimated the Chen family's power. In less than 3 days, his hiding spot was found by us. It was on a cargo ship, heading to open sea. I personally led men in helicopters to pursue. When I descended from the sky before Tyler Zhao, the expression on his face was truly spectacular. James Chen. He never dreamed. Even cornered like this, I could still find him. Tyler Zhao, we meet again. I advanced step by step toward him, eyes full of chilling, killing intent. What are you going to do? I warn you not to act rashly. Killing is illegal. Tyler Zhao retreated in fear. Illegal? I sneered. When you blew up and killed my second uncle, why didn't you think you were breaking the law? Why? It wasn't me. I didn't kill your second uncle. Tyler Zhao shook his head frantically in denial. Still denying? At this point, let me tell you, today is your death day. Now, from my waist, I drew a prepared dagger, aimed straight at his heart and stabbed. Thud. The sound of blade piercing flesh clear as day. Tyler Zhao looked down in disbelief at the blood gushing nonstop from his chest. You, he pointed at me. before finishing, collapsed to the deck, blood staining the whole deck red. Looking at his dead, unclosed eyes, I felt no joy in my heart, only infinite emptiness. Second uncle, your vengeance is avenged. You can rest in peace. After dealing with Tyler Xiao, the heavy weight in my heart was finally lifted, the boulder removed. I returned to the capital, back to Samantha Hughes' side. Our wedding, due to second uncle's passing, was postponed 3 months. These 3 months, I stayed by grandfather's side, helping him handle group affairs, accompanying him to gradually emerge from the pain of losing a son. The Chen family's business thrived more under my management. Samantha Hughes' Prosperity Group also reached deep strategic cooperation with our Celestial Group. Our two families' alliance caused earth-shaking changes in the capital's business landscape. The once renowned 4 great families, now only Chen Hughes dominating the top. What? And my name, James Chen, became a known legend. In this land of the capital, everyone knew I was cold-blooded and ruthless, always avenging grudges. But they knew even more. I spoiled my woman to the bone. 3 months later, my wedding with Samantha Hughes proceeded as planned. The splendor of this ceremony was exponentially grander than the wedding I'd prepared for Lisa Ryan before. The capital was nearly empty. Everyone came to witness this heaven-made pair officially join as one. At the wedding, seeing Samantha Hughes in pure white, beautiful beyond words, my heart overflowed with gratitude. She was the one always by my side, in my darkest, most painful times, never leaving. She taught me what true love is. I knelt on one knee, slipped a large diamond ring onto her ring finger. Hughes, marry me. Samantha Hughes teared up, nodded firmly. I do. I stood, pulled her into my arms, under everyone's blessings, gave her a deep kiss. I thought my happy life would start from here, but I never expected one person's appearance would once again shatter my peaceful life. Right at the post-wedding dinner banquet, an uninvited guest suddenly burst in. It was Lisa Ryan. She looked even more haggard and wretched than last time, emaciated to skin and bones, eyes full of madness and obsession. She charged before me and Samantha Hughes, holding a fruit knife, pressed close to Samantha Hughes's neck. James Chen, why treat me like this? Why, I'm your real sister. Why marry another woman? She screamed madly, her mind extremely agitated. The scene instantly spiraled out of control. Guests fled in panic. The security team moved to subdue, but she yelled to stop them. Don't come over. Why? Or I'll kill her. Seeing her crazed state, my heart tightened. Lisa Ryan, calm down. Put the knife down first. No, Lisa Ryan wailed. James Chen, tell me, have you never loved me even once? No. Did you use me from the start? Why treat me like this? Why? Looking at her face twisted with extreme jealousy, I felt not a shred of pity. Lisa Ryan, this is your last chance. Let her go. Dally. I can pretend nothing happened. Otherwise you'll regret it. Regret? Lisa Ryan laughed bitterly. I've got nothing left. What more to regret? James Chen, today I'll make you taste what losing your most loved feels like. Die. With that, her knife-holding hand suddenly tightened. No! My eyes bloodshot. I wanted to rush and stop, but it was too late. In that hair-trigger moment, a figure suddenly charged out, blocking right before Samantha Hughes. Thud! The blade pierced his chest. The figure was Uncle Ford. He'd used his own body to take the fatal stab for Samantha Hughes. Uncle Ford. I rushed to support his staggering body. Blood gushed non-stop from his chest, staining his shirt red. His face turned deathly pale in an instant. Young, Young master, he looked at me, a satisfied smile on his lips. You're safe. That's good. Nhi. With that, his head drooped, completely breathless. Uncle Ford, holding his cooling body, I howled, in ultimate pain. Uncle Ford, who watched me grow from childhood, treated me like his own son, died right before my eyes like this. And his killer was my ridiculous real sister. I slowly raised my head, with bloodshot eyes, glared at Lisa Ryan. Those eyes brimmed with hatred and sky-high killing intent. Lisa Ryan was scared back by my gaze. The knife in her hand clattered to the floor. She never dreamed things would turn out this way. She didn't mean to kill, just wanted to scare Samantha Hughes a bit, to make James Chen return to her. But now, everything was ruined. Men! My icy voice echoed in the silent hall. Seize her! Several guards rushed up, pinned the terrified, dazed Lisa Ryan to the floor. What y'all? I stepped before her, looking down from above. Lisa Ryan, didn't you want to know why I treated you this way? Wow, witty. Fine. Today I'll grant your wish. Jiang. I pulled another DNA report from my pocket, threw it straight at her face. Open your eyes wide and look carefully. Jill. Lisa Ryan tremblingly picked up the report. When she saw the contents, her whole body turned to stone. The report clearly stated, she and that burned corpse from the factory, that is, my second Uncle George Hay, had no blood relation whatsoever. But the one blood related to her was Travis Feng. How can this be? Lisa Ryan shook her head madly. Impossible. How can I be Travis Feng's sister? Neil and May. Canny. Inti. I. Clearly, my mother said. Your mother lied to you. I coldly interrupted her. Your mother, Lydia Ryan, was a spy sent by the Feng family from the start. She approached my second uncle to steal Chen family business secrets. Now, you're not my second uncle's daughter at all. You're her illegitimate child with that old man, Walter Zhao from over there. In other words, Travis Feng is your real brother. What world? My words like thunderclaps, exploding in Lisa Ryan's mind. She couldn't accept this truth, no matter what. She always thought she carried Chen blood, was James Chen's real sister. Turns out in the end she was the enemy's daughter. She'd indirectly killed her own brother, and driven her real father mad. No. Impossible. She clutched her head, screaming in pain. This cruel truth completely broke her. So, what about my second uncle? Nhi. She looked up at me with her last shred of hope. That body wasn't him, right? He's still alive, isn't he? I sneered. What do you think? That idiot, Travis Feng, thought a fake explosion could fool me? He was too naive. My second uncle was rescued beforehand, before the explosion happened. Now, he is being treated in an absolutely safe place. He'll recover soon. My words, like the final drop overflowing, shattering her mind. Lisa Ryan spat a mouthful of blood, then her eyes rolled back, fainting completely. Looking at her unconscious there, I felt no pity at all self-inflicted. I lifted Uncle Ford's cold body, step by step, walked out of this blood-soaked wedding hall. Behind me were Samantha Hughes's anxious eyes, and the guests' complex gazes. I knew from today, my life, as James Chen, would never know peace again. The grudge, with the Feng family unfinished, and Lisa Ryan, this pitiable yet hateful woman, would pay an extremely miserable price for what she'd done. Uncle Ford's death was a heavy blow to me and grandfather, the whole Chen family, shrouded in mourning. I canceled the honeymoon with Samantha Hughes, devoted all my mind to collecting blood debt for Uncle Ford died. Lisa Ryan, for intentional murder. was sentenced to death. Execution suspended 2 years. But this outcome didn't satisfy me. I had to make her wish for death. Using my connections, I sent her to the capital's most notorious women's prison. There, every day she faced endless torment. Rumor has it, in less than a month she went mad, babbling all day, crazy and deranged. And the Feng family officially met its end. I publicly revealed evidence that Lisa Ryan was Walter Zhao's illegitimate child. The scandal of Walter Zhao abandoning wife and child for profit years ago instantly spread through the capital. The Feng family's reputation utterly ruined. Originally, partners still doing business with the Feng family hurriedly drew lines. The Feng family's industries were jointly carved up clean by our Chen and Hughes families. And that comatose Walter Zhao, in the hospital, upon learning, died of rage. From then on, one of the capital's 4 great families, the Feng family, officially vanished from history. Vengeance avenged. But I felt no joy at all. Standing before Uncle Ford's grave, looking at his kindly smile on the tombstone, my heart filled with endless longing and regret. Uncle Ford, do you see? Those who killed you have all received due punishment. Now I say, you can rest in peace. A gust of wind blew. The pines before the grave rustled, as if responding to me. I stood there long, until dusk fell before turning to leave. Back home, Samantha Hughes sat waiting in the living room. Seeing me return, she immediately ran over, gave me a warm hug. It's really over, she whispered softly in my ear. I nodded, buried my head in her warm chest. Only before her could I shed all masks and defenses, like a child seeking a bit of comfort. James Chen, let's leave here. Yeah, we, Samantha Hughes suddenly said. Leave? I paused slightly. Yes, she nodded. Go to a place where no one knows who we are. To start a new life. The capital's intrigues are too many. I don't want you exhausted by hatred anymore. Oi, I want to live the simplest days with you. I did my daughter-in-law. It is in a way. Looking into her eyes full of anticipation, my heart warmed. Yes, vengeance done. Debts paid. It's time I lived for myself. All right, I nodded. We'll leave. Well, wherever you want to go, I'll go with you. Nhi Recap. Samantha Hughes smiled. She smiled brightly like a child. A month later, I handed over all celestial group affairs to Second Uncle. Second Uncle's health now, under top medical care, had basically fully recovered. Though he'd lost 20 years of memories, his innate business talent still flowed in his blood. I believed, under his lead, the Chen family would create even greater miracles. As for me, I took Samantha Hughes to a picturesque small town in Jiang and we bought a little house by the river, the yard full of flowers and plants. My daily life was planting flowers with Samantha Hughes, painting, drinking tea, reading. We were like the most ordinary couple, enjoying simple days, working at dawn, resting at dusk. Here, no one knew I was the Chen heir from the capital, nor that Samantha Hughes was once Prosperity Group's CEO. We were simply Mr. and Mrs. Chen, a deeply loving couple. Sometimes I recalled old people and events, thought of Lisa Ryan, of Travis Feng, of Tyler Zhao, but no resentment left in my heart, only endless sighs. Life like a dream. Fate comes and goes. Perhaps from the start we all were wrong, but luckily I met Samantha Hughes. She pulled me from hatred's abyss and taught me true happiness. That day, I was watering flowers in the yard. Samantha Hughes suddenly hugged me from behind. Hubby, I have good news for you. Her voice, shy and joyful. I turned, looking at her flushed cheeks. What good news? She said nothing, just took my hand, gently placed it on her flat belly. That moment, I felt my heart skip a beat. I'm Going to be a dad? My voice trembled with excitement. Samantha Hughes smiled and nodded. Yes. 2 months already. I was ecstatic. Lifted her up, spun several circles in the yard. Awesome! Incredible! I'm going to be a dad. Under the morning sun, our laughter echoed through the little house. I knew my life truly began now. A happy life for me, Samantha Hughes, and our little child. Officially, curtain up. 3 years later, in a Jiang town, a little girl with pigtails, in a cute pink dress, toddling on short legs, across the yard, chasing a colorful butterfly. Daddy! Daddy! Come help me catch the butterfly. Nyong! Ow! The girl called sweetly in her milky voice. I set down my paintbrush, smiled, and approached. Nami, butterflies belong to nature. We shouldn't catch them. I bent down, patiently explained to my daughter. This girl was my and Samantha Hughes' daughter, Jenny Chen, nicknamed Nami. Nami nodded as if understanding, then pointed at the butterfly and asked, "So can it play with me?" "Of course." I smiled back. "See, it's playing hide and seek with you." "Now wow." Nami giggled, continued chasing the butterfly away. Samantha Hughes carried a plate of peeled fruit, stepped out from the house. She wore an elegant cheongsam, long hair loosely tied back, exuding gentle, serene charm. Time seemed exceptionally kind to her, leaving no marks on her face, instead making her more mature and alluring than 3 years ago. "See, you've spoiled her rotten." "Yee." Samantha Hughes glanced at me reproachfully. "My daughter, if I don't spoil her, who will?" "Yee." "Why?" I smiled, taking the fruit plate from her. We sat under the grape arbor in the yard, watching our daughter frolic in the sun, smiles of happiness on our faces. "Oh right, second uncle called today." "Done day." Samantha Hughes suddenly said. "What did he say?" "He's preparing to get married." "Oh yeah. One. Married?" I was slightly surprised. "To whom?" "You'd never guess." "Nyeonim. Del. Nirigjo. I waddled. Rails." Samantha Hughes smiled mysteriously. "It's the nurse who cared for him back then." "Yeah, well." I suddenly understood. Back when I rescued second uncle, his mental state was unstable. That nurse, named Tina, had always stayed by, caring tirelessly. Feelings grew over time. Them ending up together was natural. That's great then. I sincerely rejoiced for second uncle, his first half-life full of hardships. Time for his own happiness. He also said he wants us to bring Nami back to the capital to attend his wedding. Samantha Hughes continued. "Back? Oi." I looked at her. Samantha Hughes was silent briefly, then nodded. "Yes. Let's go. Some things should end completely." "Nyan. Anlo." I understood her meaning, though we'd left the capital. There. Still, people and matters concerned us. Like grandfather. Like second uncle, and Lisa Ryan too. A week later, our family of 3 returned to the capital after 3 years away. When grandfather heard we were back, he was overjoyed like a child. From early morning he ordered Old Lee, the new steward, to wait at the door for us. Seeing us get out of the car, he hobbled out with his cane. "Oh, my good great-granddaughter, come let great-grandpa hold you." Nor did he. Grandfather snatched Nami from my arms, kissed her nonstop, his doting obvious. Nami was very obedient, called in her milky voice, "Great-grandpa, good, very good." "One's revered." Grandfather grinned ear to ear. The whole family warmly entered the villa. That evening, second uncle and his fiancée, Tina, came for dinner. The family sat together recounting changes over the years. The atmosphere extremely warm. After dinner, I went alone to the study. I dialed a number. "Hello. Is this Warden Jiang?" "This is James Chen." "Mr. Chen, hello, hello." The other end had a fawning voice. "I want to check on someone. How's Lisa Ryan lately?" The other end was silent long, then sighed. Mr. Chen, that Lisa Ryan. Audiobook. She committed suicide in prison the night before last. Wow. My heart tightened slightly, though I'd anticipated this day. When it really came, deep inside, a complex emotion hard to describe still surged. How did she die? I asked hoarsely. Hanged with bedsheets. Did she leave a note? Dear Xiao. Yes, Warden Jiang replied. Just 3 words. I was wrong. Now, I was wrong. 3 simple words, but summed up all regrets of a tragic life. If, at first, she wasn't so vain. If, at first, she knew to stay content by my side, perhaps we'd have a different ending. Sadly, life has no if. A small mistake leads far astray. In the end, she paid with her life, for her choice. Hanging up, I walked to the window, silently gazed at the starry sky outside. A warm hand from behind hugged my waist. It was Samantha Hughes. It's all over. She pressed her face to my back, softly said, Yeah. I nodded, held her hand tightly. Yes, all past. Grudges and loves. Rights and wrongs. All dissipated with Lisa Ryan's death into clouds. From now on, my world has only sunshine and love. Samantha Hughes and I, with our little daughter Nami, will be happy together forever. Nothing can separate us anymore.